Brussels is planning to threaten Boris Johnson with huge lump sum fines unless he scraps plans to rewrite the Brexit deal, according to internal papers seen by Express. The leaked dossier, drawn up by the EU Commission, revealed the bloc is planning to sue the government at the European Court of Justice over an alleged breach of international law. The bloc hopes its threats to slap Britain with fines and trade sanctions will dissuade the Prime Minister from ripping up last year's EU withdrawal agreement. Bureaucrats are planning to trigger legal proceedings immediately in the hope MPs and peers will vote down the government's internal market bill when it passes through Parliament. And European diplomats and officials were also told to openly criticize Downing Street after the publication of the legislation sparked a furious row. An analysis by EU lawyers claimed the move to hand ministers powers to overrule EU customs checks and state aid rules for Northern Ireland is in violation of the Brexit deal. They insist thr.e.a.t.ens proposed law is a clear breach of substantive provisions of the Irish border fix and the good faith obligation agreed in last year's divorce deal. In response to the government's plans to fast-track the legislation through Parliament, the legal advice said the EU could sue Britain before the bill is passed. Even before the bill is adopted, it could be defendable to bring infringement proceedings, the document says. It goes on, the withdrawal agreement has entered into force on February 1, 2020, and has legal effects under international law. Since then, no party can unilaterally change, clarify, amend or misapply it anymore. If Number 10 refuses to scrap or amend the legislation, bureaucrats will ask the ECJ to rule on whether the terms of the Brexit deal have been breached. The dossier states the Luxembourg-based court could opt to slap Britain with massive fines or even cut ties in key areas such as financial services or data sharing. The Court of Justice has full powers as provided for under the treaties, including the possibility to impose a lump sum or penalty payment on the state that has not taken the necessary measures to comply with the ruling of the court establishing the breach, the legal advice says. And, in case of non-payment or persisting non-compliance, from the UK, the bloc could decide on further sanctions. According to the dossier, this could include suspending its obligations arising from the withdrawal agreement or from future EU-UK agreement.